EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
The pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. Still on his feet. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
46-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 32 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Time Long set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Raiders 3.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. A very solid gain of 27. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. An 18-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Raiders 10, Chargers 7. The kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now left side on the swing pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's Herbert. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. LaMarcus Jordan with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun now for Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Good. Makes the score Raiders 17, Chargers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Time on, set to kick off.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. be tackled at about the 35. Justin Jones there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. From the gun, Carr. Aguilar has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action here on first down. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And inches at the Chargers' 33-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Jacobs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now on 2nd and 16, Carr. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, it's Herbert. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good job, fellas. Good
that
job.
time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And off we go from Las Vegas. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Brees going to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Brees. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brees. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 38 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running the daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second and 12, Carr. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
The 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Raiders nothing.
On second down, Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 39, Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. Sanders has it over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up second and 7. So the last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 33. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
6. And it's third down.
Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
The Saints first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Now Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And incomplete on the deep ball. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
A big loss on the play. Brings up
another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Four yards remain for second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Carr. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow there to make the grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after
after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit.
You ain't Sean Merriman.
They run it again with Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Breeze now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to let the football in and gain significant yardage.
Take a seat, fuck boy.
Carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd down.
Big crit. Better take it to the 4th.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked
20
back
for
to the
75.
18.
You're grinding.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Worst defense on the game.
They'll run. This is Kamara.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now Breeze on 3rd down.
And
it's intercepted.
Duck, duck, goose, motherfucker.
LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Thanks for coming.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20.
See ya.
10,
Walk away. Walk away.
Back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
I want to talk to Pete Weber like that.
4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
See run clock now.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Deontay Harris.
Make it to little 2-piece combo.
No further.
Right to the bike shoulder pad.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a run.
Shit, Crosby.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage.
Wow, Condor.
Back under the century mark for the game.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on.
NFL's getting soft.
Coming on 3rd down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here.
Back in my day, that's not a flag.
Right, and when you're the one
Come on
doing
now.
the chasing, you'll take
a bad throw.
from the other guys, won't you?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara.
You just try to stretch everything, don't you?
Before, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the right place.
Come on.
But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Michael Burton, the fullback, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
9-yard line.
Run it.
Now Breeze. This will be caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a
Bring
given.
Janikowski back.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
Malcolm Jenkins, man to man.
That. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Carr.
Nice throw, idiot.
This is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
Intercepted by the Saints. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
I deserve that.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining
We're gonna run another
game.
one.
Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more...
That guy's played a cool 400 games this year. Ranked 848. He was who we thought he was. Let him off the hook. Fuck these guys.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Seattle Seahawks.
To kick off for Las Vegas.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Fielded in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough.
God forbid somebody would want to punt at their own 18-yard line in this game.
By the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is going to be
punt it next time, homeboy.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 18-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the
just
linebacker,
rattled.
Corey Littleton. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the...
Here's Jacobs. And he's on the line and in for a Raider.
Guess on Jamal.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their
Bang,
lead.
bang.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory.
I would
Green
try
light
that the
means
rest of the
go,
game.
Red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
37-yard line.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Corey Littleton came in.
Mike Will made it.
Blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. 3rd and 9.
Metcalf going to get a chance
reaching
to
deep
run.
in the bag.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
NASA sniffing that one out every time.
And the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Fourth down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
All right, we got one more.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Seattle Seahawks. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
There's Wilson to throw.
At the 24-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Aguilar has it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This is DJ Reed returning. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Nicholas Morrow on the tackle.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
1st down, Seattle.
Simmer down there, Tommy boy.
10 now in Raider territory at the 47. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. On 1st down, Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Hyde. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Seattle.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to run with Carson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson taking it in. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Jason Myers.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost
Classic
it.
Bobby Wagner.
The Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This is Carson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
And it's 3rd down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 11 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A Raider first down, Carter Renfrow.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Carr. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Reed returning. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wilson's pass intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The first down and more for Jacobs. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Flush to his right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On the option, it'll be Carr himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At the 43-yard line.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 41-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Carr's pass.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
first and 10. Here's Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Be right back.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Able to slither by, and he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get him the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
4 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Carr completes it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But
yes, sir, AK.
As methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And that is caught.
Go DC.
Raiders. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Okay. Skull.
For the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
You should have no problem scoring on the worst defense in the game, right? Dalvin Cook, Jefferson, Irv Smith.
Vikings nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Should have no problem scoring against the worst defense on the game.
Ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Cousins. Oh,
should have
he
been
almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect
faith in
that
the defense.
way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
You got dot. You know you got that 4th and 15 dot cooked
but
up.
They're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Perfect.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Ain't your first rodeo on 4th and 15.
Right at the 40. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. Shreds the tackle. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Vikings nothing.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, it's Carr. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Raiders.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Carr. And this one's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Amir Abdullah deep for Minnesota. Abdullah to return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Cousins.
Come on.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins.
Not this time.
Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski.
Ooh.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down
Skull.
the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
39-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Carr. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison. Smith.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A 39-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This will make it into the end zone, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jonathan Abram. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd and a couple. Cousins, complete. Jefferson to target. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game. And for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. A first down throw for Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
It's now third down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
Reception here by Ruggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
Jacobs now. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd and 9, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Carr now on first down. And this one is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a night.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general,
what is that movement? That makes no fucking sense.
At what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Cook.
Yeah, that's fun.
Taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
Reward him.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to break out one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Cool thing.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 26 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Is done, but now on the sideline, you already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now.
Yes, I'm the real baby Pluto.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. To throw is Carr.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And the Raider 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game
Slight
winner
work.
here in the closing stages.
So for those of little
Slight work.
faith, guess what?
Skull.
It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
7-yard line.
Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Guy was ranked pretty high, about 500, but solid player. We left Goose Boy off the hook today. I think we're about to play a game of NHL online. Call tonight.